America stands at the ready to build faster, achieve more. The future won't wait. And TC Energy is moving forward confidently, connecting communities, industries, nations, here and abroad. At TC Energy, we deliver the North American natural gas and energy that powers communities across the U.S. to aim higher, grow stronger, and go further. TC Energy. Energy connected. Find out more at tcenergy.com.
When you think of skyrocketing brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, it's easy to credit their success to great products, sleek branding, and brilliant marketing. But here's the overlooked secret. The real magic lies in the engine behind the scenes, the business powering their business. For millions of brands, that engine is Shopify, making selling seamless for them and shopping effortless for us. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Aloe Yoga uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/retail, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/retail to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/retail.
What does it mean to live a rich life? It means brave first leaps, tearful goodbyes, and everything in between. With over 100 years' experience navigating the ups and downs of the market and of life, your Edward Jones financial advisor will be there to help you move ahead with confidence. Because with all you've done to find your rich, we'll do all we can to help you keep enjoying it. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome to the Neurodivergent Experience podcast, a podcast where we share the lived experiences of neurodivergent people to help create a better understanding for our community.
Join us every week as we bring you honest, raw, and inspiring conversations with specialists, advocates, and individuals who know exactly what it's like to live the neurodivergent experience.
I'm Jordan James, a neurodivergent specialist, father of neurodivergent children, husband to a neurodivergent wife, and author of The Autistic Experience, and I'm joined by my best friend.
I'm Simon Scott. I'm an autistic ADHD broadcaster, actor, and advocate. Join us as we journey into unravelling the neurodivergent experience.
Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas time, just doing mine.
Okay.
And
welcome
I don't know why I
back.
sound like Marley, like, whoa, the ghosts of Christmas 3 will visit her.
There's
Hello.
2 Marleys. We've been over this.
Oh, yes, of course. There's only one Christmas carol, and it's the Muppets
The
Christmas
Muppets one, yeah.
No cheeses for us, Mrs.
Exactly. No cheeses for us, Macy's. So yeah, welcome back to the Neurodivergent Experience, everyone. Hello. And we are talking about Easter. No, Christmas. Sorry, everyone.
Well, I'm surprised
Christmas.
the Easter eggs aren't already in the shops yet, but that's a fair...
Yes, that will be the day after Christmas.
January the 1st, yeah, why not?
So I'm dressed in my Grinch pajamas and my Grinch slippers. So I'm looking the part. You two, we're joined by Ashley. You two are never looking the part. You're boring.
But the thing is there's an irony in that you're wearing Grinch stuff, but I am the Grinch.
Well, no, I'm the Grinch
interesting.
after his heart.
Okay.
That's
yes.
how because I used to be proper Grinch. I used to really, really dislike Christmas. Not the actual idea of it, but just all the stress around it. But it's like in the last couple of years, especially as my kids have got older, and there's less like stress of like, I have to get it right. I have to be a really perfect dad. You know, I can't mess up my kids' childhood. But, you know, since I already did that, now I'm just on borrowed time. You know, everything is just extra now. So I'm just like, sod 'em. So yeah, we're here to prepare for Christmas in a very neurodivergent way, which is why we got Ashley, because we don't do anything without Ashley telling us to. That is how we live our lives.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, my mental health depends on you. Just without any pressure, by the way.
No, of course not. Well, It's a pleasure to be here, and this is a great topic to cover. And actually, I'm going to be covering this in my Mindful Mondays as well. So, yeah. which is out every Monday on the Neurodivergent Experience podcast.
Indeed it is. It's very, very good.
So it is it's a challenging time of year and a festive time of year. It's sort of both halves happening at the same time. The sort of yin and yang,
isn't it?
It is.
It's like the greatest and the worst time of year.
So much I think of it is expectations. This is a word that's really been cropping up a lot for me recently, and it's so relevant for right now because there's so many expectations wrapped up in Christmas, pardon the pun. I think this is going to be a good episode for people to feel understood and heard, and how we can help people feel a little bit better about this time of year.
Well,
Indeed.
Enough of that. Let's talk about why I don't like Christmas.
Yes, let's hear what Scrooge has to say.
Oh, well, you want a day off on Christmas Day, dear Bob Crutcher? You can fuck you off. No.
Wow. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Right, guys, I love the day, okay? I like waking up, opening presents with my family. We have a very autistic routine of one person opens a present, we all go, oh. Yes. Then another person does, oh. I've never understood this, giving you presents, and everyone just rips them open. Jordan's looking at me like, what?
Yes, no, that's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah, like the kids hand out the presents and we all get one each time, and it makes every little present important and
wonderful.
Yeah. But it also puts a lot of pressure on the alexithymia faking it.
Here we go. But we'll talk about that shortly. But yeah, the day of Christmas, having Christmas dinner and everything like that, as long as I'm not having to make it, absolutely wonderful. I will happily sit there and good nom nom. But I will happily sit, have a meal. We used to have this little tradition where my mum would buy a secret present for everybody, and we'd call it the after dinner box. And they'd come out and we'd all be like, ooh. So there is like these elements of Christmas that I love. The 24 days before it, I could not care less. I don't know whether it's because I used to hate getting dressed up at school when they would make you do like the nativity. I don't know if it's the stress of buying people gifts and hoping that they like it when you open it and they don't just go, oh, didn't ask for that, but great, I suppose. And I also, oh God, guys, I went to the shops the other day, and you know how, Ashley, you were saying, be a witness? Yeah. Well, people were also nearly a witness to a crime because I couldn't do it. I was watching people just throw in the cars in, like, just parking on the curb and things like that. I saw a guy parking a bus lane outside of a shop the other day.
Nice.
Like my partner, Karis, she works as a beauty specialist at Boots, and she literally said to me it was like freaking Jumanji at work the other day. She was like, where are these people in everyday life? Why does Christmas bring this out in people? And my justice sensitivity at the moment is through the goddamn roof, because I'm just like, why? Why is everyone getting so worked up over this one day? Like, everybody is absolutely obsessed with it. And I'm like, cool, that's great. But it's just a stress that, to be honest, I could do without.
Well, that's why I do all my shopping online pretty much. It's very rare that I will go into town and be like, oh, I'm just going to buy some things in town.
Yeah.
And if I do, it's kind of like on like a Tuesday afternoon. And let's be fair, it's still busy, but I'm not a go to town at weekend person. Like no. That's a crazy thought. And I live in a pretty quietish, town, a countryside town. It's pretty chill. But even I would most probably avoid the town,
I've tried
on days like that. I also don't, when they like put up the lights, or they put up the tree in like towns, or they have Christmas markets and things like that. I tend to avoid those as well, even if I want to do them, because I know that it's not that they make me angry. Thanks to Ashley, they don't make me angry. They just make me really tired. Like I've got all the energy in the world, and on a normal day, I'll get to town and suddenly I'm yawning. My eyes are like stinging, like genuinely actually could fall asleep on the floor at any moment. Like just walking around TK Maxx, just like, oh, there's a lovely coat. Just going to snuggle here. It's crazy. And then at Christmas time, I'm just not even prepared to deal with that.
And this is one of the things that I'm interested to hear your sort of angle of this, Ashley, is because everyone goes, oh, Christmas. Well, I say everyone, quote unquote. Who's everyone? Quote unquote, everyone.
Every man,
every man, every
person.
woman, Christmas time. But I genuinely get to Christmas Day and I am so burnt out by the 24 days that come previously, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I mean, like when I was a kid, it was very rare that you ever heard somebody be, oh, I don't like Christmas, and they'd be labeled as a Scrooge, as a bah humbug. But what's happened?
I don't know who would do that. That sounds like a terrible person.
But what's happened over these last, number of however many years is the expectation of perfection and looking like you've got everything covered and you're doing everything and that has changed. And buying people who work in an office, now you've got to buy your coworkers gifts as well, and you've got to buy
them.
And it's interesting. You mentioned the parking situation and almost losing it, and it's so interesting. I think because we are more online these days with our shopping. When people do converge into in-person shopping, it's like we've forgotten all of the rules, how to be polite and how to deal with just normal shopping because we're not doing it very often anymore.
You're hitting the nail on the head because you're absolutely right. We literally forgot how to behave.
Yeah.
And I think that online shopping has got a lot to do with that, but I also think COVID has a lot to do with that.
Yes.
Well,
yes,
Karis had this
right.
literally the other day. There was a lady who came into her work and was like, do you have this edition of this perfume? She went, I'm really sorry, we've sold out. She went, but it's this colour one. I'm sorry, we've sold out. But I want this one. My daughter wants this colour. And my partner literally just turned to her and was like, why would I lie to you? Why would I go, oh no, there is one, it's in the back and it's mine.
Yeah,
And the woman literally just went, oh, I'm really sorry, my kid's stressing me out. And she's like, that's fine. But if it's not the end of if it's sold out, it's sold out. And it's like, I've done that with my shopping. I've done everything online. I've bought for most people, but even I haven't bought a gift for Jordan. And even thinking about it and look at his face. That's what I'm worried about. I'm like, oh no, oh no, pressure, bugger, humbugger. Exactly. Look at his face.
And we do have...
It's a podcast, but look at his face.
Yeah, I want all the squishmallows.
Like a bulldog chewing a wasp. He looks really happy about Christmas now.
I want every squishmallow known to man.
I think if we can start walking around and looking at our fellow adults as basically just, big kids walking around.
Did you just use the A word? How dare you? How dare you?
I know. It's so often this time of year, people are, due to all of the pressure and everything that we're going to be talking about in this episode, everybody's feeling it. So the collective pressure is rising. And so this is where we've got to dig deep and try and be patient with others, even if they're not being patient with us. It's a real exercise. You can look at it as that. Okay, I'm gonna treat my shopping excursion as the most mindful thing I do all week, and see if that changes anything. You can play around with different contextual lenses through which you are experiencing this once a year sort of extravaganza.
Because that's one of the things that I've sort of struggled with the shopping and the gift thing is, if I'm honest, like truly honest, I would like to say to people, I'm only going to buy for these people. And if you're not in that group, I'm sorry, but please don't take it personally. Like, that's what I would love to say to somebody. It's like, I'm meeting up with a couple of friends for a drink in a week. Do I go empty-handed? These are the sorts of things that really cause me anxieties. I'm like, if I turn up and everyone's got a gift for me and I haven't got a gift, how am I going to be perceived? If I turn up with a gift and nobody else has got a gift, how am I going to make them feel? And I get in this limbo, Ashley, where I'm like, do I, don't I, do I? What do I do?
Yeah, and I think, and this again, this goes back to our expectations of what's a good one to remember. I liken this a little bit to people who are scared, people who are out of shape and scared to go to the gym. They're like, well, everybody's going to be looking at me. Everybody's going to, and it's like, that's not what's happening at the gym. At the gym, everybody's looking at themselves. Nobody cares about, nobody cares about what you look like. All they care about. Yeah. So again, this meetup that you're having with your friends, I guarantee you they're having the same sort of like they're worrying, oh my God, should I or shouldn't I, or what's expected? And I think if we just try and show up and bring our authentic selves as much as possible, that's the greatest gift you can give anyone, is your time, especially this time of year. And remembering that and tell people what you really love about them, and take a moment to be a little bit cheesy and maybe, share something, a fond memory that you have with that person, or how they popped into your mind a couple weeks ago when you saw something that you knew that they love. Something like that's a moment of like, oh, wow, that really hits in the heart. And that's a beautiful gift to give.
That makes a great sense to me, Ashley. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, even though I think, historically it's problematic. But I had a message from an American friend of mine who I've become very close with recently. And he messaged me and said, I am grateful for our friendship. I am very thankful that you've come into my life. And that genuinely is one of the nicest things that anybody has given to me this year. So that I really, really agree with. Yeah. What about you, Jordan? Are you just like, nah, what are you getting me, bro?
All the squishmallows.
All the squishmallows. All the squishmallows.
Squishmallow. No, I don't know. I don't really think about like, I'm not going to get somebody the right thing. So I don't really. I mean, that is what we're talking about. I'm zoned out. I'll be honest. What were we talking about? We were talking about buying people gifts, right?
Yeah, this pressure to know, should I get somebody a gift, especially if they're a friend?
Just a yes or no, Ashley. My brain's not ready.
Just for context for listeners, Jordan has done a night shift. There's been an alarm go off in his ear. He's a bit overstimulated, and he's had a long day already before we've even started.
This is the genuine neurodivergent experience. I forgot my methylphenidate, and now my brain is basically a tomato. No. So we're talking about presents, giving, caring about people. I don't do any of that. Fuck everyone. Good night.
I think that's a really good place to take a break. Shall we come back after the break? Yeah.
I hate you guys.
And now a word from one of our sponsors.
Screw you guys.
What does it mean to live a rich life? It means brave first leaps, tearful goodbyes, and everything in between. With over 100 years' experience navigating the ups and downs of the market and of life, your Edward Jones financial advisor will be there to help you move ahead with confidence. Because with all you've done to find your rich, we'll do all we can to help you keep enjoying it. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is a Neurodivergent Experience public announcement. If you live in England and you or a loved one is waiting for an autism or ADHD assessment, you don't have to wait years. RTN Diagnostics is now part of the NHS Right to Choose scheme, which means if your local wait for a consultant-led autism or ADHD assessment is more than 18 weeks, you can choose RTN instead, and it won't cost you a penny. Jordan chose RTN for his own family because their care and attention to detail was second to none. They didn't just diagnose autism and ADHD, they looked at the full picture, including PDA, OCD, anxiety, and more. The team is friendly, neuroaffirming, and comprises many neurodivergent individuals, so they truly understand. Getting started is simple. Download the GP referral letter and questionnaire from the link in our show notes, take those to your GP, and ask for a referral to RTN Diagnostics. If approved, RTN will be in touch within 8 weeks to begin your assessment. Remember, this only applies in England and some exclusions do apply. RTN is not currently able to accept referrals for child ADHD assessments, so check the details before you start. RTN Diagnostics, helping you get the answers you deserve without the wait. Welcome back to the God's sake. He did this last episode and it threw me, and he's done it again. He's done it. He can't keep getting away with this.
Foiled again.
He's literally, honestly, it's so funny. I can so tell when Jordan's not taking his meds, because if you're like, if I'm being messed with, then I'm not doing it alone. So we're talking about Christmas. I'm trying desperately not to be a Scrooge. Jordan said to me a little while ago, don't yuck my yum, and I'm really trying to take it to heart.
Because I started putting all my decorations out in November, because I did a Facebook post last year of why does people start Christmas in November? Why does people? Yeah, I'm really on it, people. Why do people start putting their decorations out in November? It was triggering my very anal side of my autistic brain, as it were, in layman's terms.
I get that.
And I was like, just Christmas starts on December the 1st. And everybody was like, it's because of my mental health. It really helps my mental health. We fill the house with joy and lights and decorations, and it makes us feel better. And I'm like, I have nothing to say about that. I'm not, because I don't have the cognitive dissonance that a lot of people do have. And I was just like, do you know what? That actually totally makes sense to me. So I started doing it. And last year, since my kids have been adults, that's the best Christmas I had since my kids have been adults. Because I honestly thought, well, Christmas is over now because my kids are too old for it.
Mm-hmm.
Words. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All those words that come out of my mouth. But yeah, the kids, now, since they've been adults, I was just like, oh, Christmas is over now. They know the secret. They know that I am Santa. And I don't know, it kind of took the magic out of it. It took the children kiddie side out of it. So as soon as Christmas became adult, I became not interested in Christmas. But then people made me more interested in Christmas because they're like, well, actually, it's really good for your mental health. So weirdly, even though Christmas does stress a lot of people out and it's actually bad for a lot of people's mental health, I decided to look at it in a completely different way and look at it as to improve my mental health. So I approached it with such positivity that it literally became the best Christmas I've ever had as my kids being adults. And I think that it is a mindset. And I'm not saying like, oh, you can just switch your mind like that. I'm saying I did. And my positivity then affected everyone around me, and everyone else had all this positivity. And we just did so much fun stuff. And I think because my kids are adults, they can help organize Christmas with me. So it was like a collective family effort.
Makes
so
sense.
I definitely think as a parent of especially neurodivergent little children, that is a huge, huge burden of trying to navigate your way through their expectations, as well as reaching your own expectations, which we spoke about in the episode to do with Scotty, help me out.
You've done that thing where you asked me a question and my brain went, oh.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing.
Imposter syndrome.
Oh, hello. Yeah,
so you'll be like, oh, I should get this right. I'm not very good at it. And there are so many neurodivergent factors that come into this time of year, but it all revolves around expectations. And like the biggest things that can go wrong are expectations. So I think that this is why you're here, Ashley, is to help people's expectations be more realistic. So what would you say is your best advice for that?
Well, I think you have hit upon something so remarkable that we all have the ability to do. And it takes time, effort, and a real want to do it. And you completely changed how you felt about something. And we have this ability. Even if, again, I keep using the gym as an example, but that is a great example. A lot of people feel like I would never like the gym. And actually, if you really wanted to, and you really worked on reframing and working on your mindset, you can get to a place where you actually enjoy going to the gym. Same thing with Christmas. If this is something that every year has just been getting worse and worse, and you're just feeling like our brains will keep giving us the story that we have about any situation. It will, this is confirmation bias. We'll just keep seeing, I don't like Christmas. Well, damn it. Everywhere I go, I'm going to be seeing all the reasons why I don't like it. So that story that's going on in the background, if you can work on crafting a new story about Christmas and about how you feel about it and how you can navigate it, and start to come up with your own. And this is going to look different for everybody. So it's a difficult one to give people steps on how exactly to do this. But try and take a look at what is your current story. How do you feel about it right now? That's your first step. And write out maybe just a sentence. Christmas makes me feel bleh.
Christmas makes me feel unprepared, Ashley.
Okay.
That's what it is. I look at the calendar and I go, oh shit, it's December the 1st tomorrow. And it all
So it's almost like you're dreading it before it's even become a reality.
It's hitting an old story. This is likely a story that has cropped up in your life before, feeling unprepared for something.
Can I ask you, Scotty, is it like a PTSD almost? Like you've had such bad experiences over the past Christmases that now you have dread with each Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of Christmases where I've worked up until Christmas Eve and it's like the 22nd and the 23rd and I go, oh shit. Like there's been times where I've got the train up on the 24th on Christmas Eve and I've bought presents that I think are thoughtful and then people open them and they go, oh, this isn't what I asked for. And it happens. And the sort of pressure of like, so many people have a romanticized image of what Christmas is. It's like when you're in my early 20s, when I was dating, there is pressure to perform at Christmas. Like for me, in my own experience. And there has been many, many times where I have rocked up at my parents' house or like an ex-girlfriend's house on Christmas. Even then, like not being at my own family's at Christmas, I feel a guilt of leaving people that I normally would be with. And there is just a lot of mixed emotions of, again, I think it touches on imposter syndrome. But I think there is a PTSI where I have come back from Christmas and felt like I've disappointed people. And it's not necessarily about buying the wrong thing, but there's been times where like my mum's been so excited to have me home at Christmas. I've come home and been so burnt out that I feel like I've, sort of yucked her yum again. Yeah,
because you can't perform for her almost because, I get that. It's like a lot of the times you kind of want to put on a front even when you're not feeling it.
But you know what, dude? There's like one little sort of ritual that has started to happen between my mum and I as a Christmas thing. And I love this. And I kind of forget that it happens until it happens every year. I'm a big music file. I love collecting physical music. My mum gets me a Christmas vinyl and lets me open it on the 1st of December every year. And this year was Elvis's Christmas. Last year it was Tony Bennett's. The year before it was Nat King Cole's. The year before that it's been Michael Bublé. The year before that it was, I think it was like a Christmas Carol concert one. I've got loads. I've got loads of Christmas vinyls. And last night my living room's been done. I've got a new chair. I've got a new floor. And I sat with my dog at my feet and listened to Elvis Christmas last night with a cup of tea. And I loved it. It felt that was the first time where I was like, this is a bit of me.
I love that. Okay. So I think what could be really useful for you and for a lot of listeners out there is, especially if you've been dealing, this is basically negativity bias. This is your brain doing its job, thinking, right, we want to protect ourselves. I'm just going to remember all of the things that could go wrong and did go wrong in the past. And then we just end up feeling like, ugh. So I think it could be really, and this is not forcing anybody to like Christmas, but I think it could be useful to begin changing your story and sit down and start going through your memories and start remembering all of the really poignant moments, the really beautiful moments that you've had over the years. I love this vinyl story. Really start remembering. And the more you start scanning, it might be difficult at first to even think of something, but just give it a chance. The more you start to scan your memories looking for a positive memory, after a while, your brain will start going, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. Right. Okay. And you might start remembering long forgotten, beautiful moments, and really just sit and simmer in those memories and just have a moment and that's how you start to see this time through a new lens. Start changing that story, start remembering all the beautiful times, and start to reduce all of the pressure as well. And I think because we are doing, as we've already spoken about, we're doing more online shopping these days. And so when we do go into a shop, I mean, it is such an assault of music and people and noise and lights. It is it's sensory overload. So with our beautiful neurodivergent brains and bodies, we need to make sure that we are trying to prevent overload, prevent meltdowns before they happen. So really taking some time to ensure that on a daily basis, you are reducing that sensory input. And that could be lying down with a weighted blanket, maybe an eye covering, some earplugs, and really make sure that you're doing this on a regular basis to sort of counterbalance the extremes that we're getting in our senses during this time of year.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, because I genuinely, again, it's the prep thing. I don't set myself up to have the best possible outcomes when it comes to Christmas. I feel like I'm on the back foot from day one. So sort of maybe like when I went into the shops the other day, at no point did my brain go, it's Christmas, it's going to be crazy. I turned up and was like, what the fuck is going on here? So that was where it's messed with my sort of sensory. Like I went into the shops and instantly I was like, I've worn a coat that's too warm for this shop. And the temperature control and everything, it was like everything was just going up in temperature a little bit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I've got to bail. I haven't got what I wanted, but I can't be here anymore. Which is normally my response.
Yes. Yes. If you feel that, remove yourself from the situation. Don't try and push through. I mean, if we're talking about shopping, usually it won't be an emergency. Usually, hopefully you can just remove yourself and just try again another day. Once the horse is bolted, you need to.
I think that's a really good point, is be kind to yourself. Like, honestly, if you really can't do something, don't make yourself feel bad because you can't manage it. We are disabled, we have disabilities, and we've got to be kind to ourselves when it comes to those disabilities and realize that sometimes those disabilities disable us. That's how that works. And it's okay when that happens. You're not weak. You're not crappy. You're not a bad person.
Not letting anybody down. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You just take care of yourself. Otherwise, you can't take care of the other people that you are feeling responsible for. So if you are in a situation where you're feeling overwhelmed, just remove yourself from that situation if it's possible. And don't beat yourself up over it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Treat yourself as if you were someone that you were taking care of.
Yes. Like you're the child that you're taking care of. Because if you went into a shop with an autistic child and that autistic child started getting overwhelmed and having a meltdown because of the sensory issues, you would remove them from that situation.
And I do this in everyday life. I just haven't applied it to Christmas.
Yeah. And then you've got to do it to yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. So you already know how to do this. You just need to bring that you into this.
I don't know what of or what for, but
we're trying.
Pop character collectors. That's me. Should we have one more break and then the last
Yes,
tip?
We'll do the Ghost of Christmas Future when we get back.
Tonight's meal, tilapia surprise with boiled cabbage. Begin cooking steps 1 through 50 now.
Are you kidding me? Making dinner shouldn't feel like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. With Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals, the hard part's already done. Pre-chopped ingredients, zero stress. Just assemble, bake, and enjoy. No complicated steps, no mountain of dishes. Try Assemble and Bake today. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
A rich life isn't a straight line to a destination on the horizon. Sometimes it takes an unexpected turn with detours, new possibilities, and even another passenger or 3. And with 100 years of navigating ups and downs, you can count on Edward Jones to help guide you through it all. Because life is a winding path, made rich by the people you walk it with. Let's find your rich together. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Have you ever felt stuck in patterns that don't serve you? Struggled with stress or wanted to connect more deeply with yourself? Then I have to introduce you to a friend of the podcast, Ashley Bentley of Integrated Coaching, Breathwork and Hypnotherapy. Ashley is a highly experienced clinical hypnotherapist and coach specializing in working with neurodivergent minds. Through a unique blend of integrative coaching, breathwork and hypnotherapy, Ashley helps people rewire subconscious patterns, regulate their nervous systems, and step into more empowered versions of themselves. Whether you're dealing with addiction, anxiety, burnout, or struggles with self-acceptance, Ashley offers practical and science-backed tools tailored just for you. Her unique methods combine neuroscience, storytelling, and subconscious transformation to create real, lasting change. Jordan and I can personally attest to the profound and transformative effects of her sessions, which have been life-changing. She does all of these sessions online, meaning she can work with you no matter where you are in the world. If you're ready to break free from old patterns and start living with more clarity, confidence, and connection, go to bit.ly/Ashley NDE to book a free consultation or learn more. Welcome back to the Neurodivergent Experience. We've been talking Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
I'm picking mince pie out of my teeth. That was a lovely break. I had a wee and a mince pie.
Yes, it's the magic of radio.
Not at the same time.
What did you do during the break? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah, so we've been talking a variety of things with Christmas. It's a time of year that does not bring the best out in me, but one thing that I definitely wanted to touch on, especially with having Ashley Bentley with us, who is the in-house therapist and the host of Mindful Mondays here at the Neurodivergent Experience, is saying no to preserve your peace. Because there have been so many times where I have said yes to absolutely everybody. And UK listeners, you will get this when the Vicar of Dibley says yes to 3 Christmas dinners. I have been there, and it is a stressful situation. Like I've fallen into it where someone goes, "Oh, we're meeting up for a drink. Do you want to come?" And I just go, "Oh yeah, absolutely, no problem, mate. I'll be there." And that's the day that I'm meant to do my Christmas shopping. And now I'm going to let everybody down. And these are the little elements that I battle through.
People invite you out places.
Believe it or not, it happens, man.
No, I'm just thinking, no one invites me anywhere.
No, yeah, there's a few guys that I play golf with that were like, "Do you want to go for a beer before Christmas?" So I was like, "Yeah, I would love that, absolutely." But I really had to think about it.
Get this huge RSD. I'm like, I've got all these friends, but none of them want to hang out with me.
But this is the thing: is maybe they just go, "No, Jordan probably wouldn't be bothered in that." And that again, but then there you go. You've played on the thing there. Is if I say no, will I ever get asked again? So there's lots of things in there that my brain goes to. If I say no, they'll forget I exist and I won't get any invites next year. Like these are all anxieties that go through my brain this time of year.
Catastrophizing, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it's not like me, is it?
Well, so a few things here. I mean, we've all heard the following, that no is a complete sentence. And we know, I assume most people have heard this. If you haven't heard this yet, I'm here to tell you that no is a complete sentence. You don't have to offer any reason why. You can just say no. Now that is
that's harsh.
So that's a very general term to use for people who have a difficult time saying no. Now, let's the Christmas edition of this, because we don't, seems a bit harsh.
Bugger off. That's what I say.
So a few things here, because as you've rightly pointed out, Simon, I think sometimes we say yes before we've even thought it. Like we can't, we haven't, yes has left our mouth before we've even processed what the person has said. It's just been like a reaction rather than a response. In those cases, even so, if you realize it right in the moment, you can correct yourself and go, oh my gosh, I can't. I would love to, but I can't. I've got something else going on. That's all you need to say. Now, if somebody else wants to know exactly what it is you've got going on, then that is really a good point to say to yourself, right? I don't need to give them any more information. So you can say, I can't really, I've got a lot going on. I would love to. Please invite me the next time. If they are true friends, they will understand. And if people don't understand, you know what? You probably don't want to have those people too close in your life anyway.
This is why neurodivergent people should be friends with neurodivergent people only. I'm just joking. But it does help is that if somebody's a good friend and they know you well, just be like, I haven't got enough spoons for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because if I said, do you want to hang out on Sunday and have a Christmas dinner with me and my family? And someone said, I do not have enough spoons for that. And I'd be like, would you like to do something else? And then I've left it in their capable hands. So if they want to hang out,
great advice.
I've been like, I'm willing to hang out with you on your terms.
Yeah.
Because I want to hang out with you. So I literally did that with my friend. It's like we were having a big Christmas thing on Sunday, and I was like, it's probably too much. So I was like, oh, do you want to go and do some pictures of some birds? Because I know he likes that. So I want to hang out with my friend at Christmas, but I chose something that I know that makes him comfortable and that we can do together. And that way you bridge the gap. That's how you know what a true friend is because you know them and you are willing to make changes and what do you call it? Reasonable adjustments. Accommodations, well. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you know you got a good neurodivergent friend. And the other thing I would say is like you can just put it out there. Just, oh, do you want to hang? And then, like I said, you just wait for them to be like, yeah. And then they'll tell you and you'll be like, okay, well, I haven't got enough spoons for that. And it's just a communication thing, which obviously I think we do struggle with, but I think we only really struggle with like a lot of communication because people don't understand how we communicate.
Yes. And I think also we need to cover the area of this coming from family. So it may not be friends, and that's a whole other dynamic because it could be, you've got a family member that maybe you historically don't get along with, but yet you're all having to converge over Christmas and trying to get along.
No, you see, I won't do that. If I don't get on with someone, then I'm not going to go out of my way to hang out with them. I will just avoid them because I look after myself. I've put myself through that too many times where I'm like, oh, I've got to hang out with that. If you're ever thinking, oh, I've got to hang out with that asshole.
Oh, don't sit me next to them.
Don't do it.
Yes,
like I said, look after yourself and don't be afraid to say what you think.
Yeah.
Say, well, he's a dickhead. I'm not sitting with him.
He grabs the mince pies with his fingers and then he puts some, like, I sat opposite Christmas dinner with somebody a few years ago who, like, picked out which potatoes they wanted, looked at them, put them back, and I was like, fingers.
Double dippers are so annoying.
If you do find, if someone out there does find themselves in because it may not be, you may end up in a situation for whatever reason. Maybe your spouse got you into a situation of dealing with people that maybe you wouldn't normally deal with.
Divorce.
And
if your spouse is putting you in that situation, get a new spouse immediately.
We can't choose our uncles and aunts and cousins, unfortunately.
Exactly.
That's the thing that I found difficult to navigate.
If Sylvia met up with her family, she'd be like, you don't want to go, do you? And I'd be like, no. She's like, that's cool. because
Really?
I have a good spouse. Oh, yeah. Sylvia don't want to take me anywhere. I'm a nightmare. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
If you find yourself if somebody is asking you and you want to say no, but you're in a situation where it's feeling, oh, well, this is going to get political and this could have far-reaching consequences in the family and things like that, what you can do is give them what's called a double bind. And this is a really great technique that gives the illusion of choice, but you're in charge. So you give people two options, and both of those options are things you want to do that are different from what they've asked you to do. So you say, well, I can't do that, but I can do this or that. And this or that are the things that you want to do. And they get the illusion of choice of, oh, okay, well, I would like this one then.
So I can turn around and say, well, I'm either going to play Halo or I'm going to play BioShock. Is like those are your two options?
Which would you like? And present it as, okay, I'm going to do, which would you like? This one or that one?
Yeah, see, I had a similar sort of situation with this a little while ago, not Christmas related, but I had a friend who I think is autistic, but is very not in that mindset. And he essentially had a debate with me where he was like, do you really think that you're autistic? And rather than sort of going into it, my opening line was, do you feel like you have enough confidence to debate me on a subject that you don't know enough about? Because you will be embarrassed. The choice is yours.
I love it.
And he was like, okay, fair enough. I was like, that's cool. We can have a debate. It won't go well for you, but we can if you like. And normally people don't want to debate me when I come with that sort of energy. They just don't.
Yeah, well, you're and what you're saying is really the truth of what's unfolding in that moment, and you're really identifying it, and that's a really beautiful thing to do. So yeah, it is a tricky one, and you're right, Jordan. If there is anybody in your life, be it family or otherwise, and they are not respectful of you, and you don't have to be anywhere. You know, you can remove yourself from any situation, and you should if you're in a situation that is toxic and unhealthy.
I literally have spent my entire life making people not want to hang out with me that I don't like. So. Because I'm so opinionated, so argumentative, I won't back down. Because if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. And I'm just joking, sort of. But yeah, because I am just in your face all the time, I'm the person people don't want to hang out with. And that's so flipping perfect. Because if you want to hang out with me, and you know the energy that I'm going to bring, and that's okay with you, then I'm not going to feel bad for being myself around you. But if I'm the sort of person that you don't want to be around, then I don't want to be around you. Even if I was friends with someone and they were like, okay, we're going to have this meal and, you know, it's going to be like this, but, you know, Jordan will always complain about desserts. They're really expensive. I want more food on my plate. But if people don't like going to restaurants with me, then don't go to a restaurant with me. I'm not going to feel bad about it anymore. Like I've spent my whole life worrying about what other people think. And I care what other people think. I'm not going to get out of my way to be a dick. But I'm not going to worry that maybe I am sometimes a dick, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sort of.
No, yeah, because it's the masking thing. I'm still more tied to my mask, and there is that sort of anxiety of the perception imposter syndrome, which is more aligned with sort of how I feel more so than yourself. For sure. And there is a part of me that has done that. There's been times where I've had political debates with people at Christmas, and I've always gone with the, "You sure you want to do this today?" And they go, "Oh, I'm absolutely up for it." And I go, "Okay, so don't say I didn't warn you." And I've had conversations with people, and it's not always gone well. I find that it's not necessarily that I worry about not getting invited in places, because there's certain times where I've gone, oh, I'm so relieved I didn't get asked back to that. Like that is sort of a freeing thing. But again, there is this sort of energy that I have, like you've said to me many times, dude. It's like, don't yuck my yum. Like, yep, no, cool, totally get that. And I understand that part of, especially certain people in my family, the Christmas dinner, they're almost up for it. they look forward to it. They look forward to that energy. They look forward to the debate and turning it into a public square of conversation and falling out with people. Some people are up for it. I'm really not. And, it's being invited to places, and I do this now where I go, who's going?
Yes.
Go, oh, this person's going. Oh, what time do you want me to be there? And like they go, oh, we want you from 11 o'clock until 6. I go, I will be there at 4.
I think this is like the different dynamic that you and I have, is the fact that your life is very much around like uncles, aunties, cousins, mum, dad. I don't have any of that. I don't have any of those people in my life. I have sisters and a brother somewhere, but like we don't hang out because they're all spread all over the world, like in different countries and different parts of the UK. So we don't hang out as such. We're quite a broken family. So I don't really have any of that pressure. So the only family that I will spend time with is my family, who I spend time with every single day. So there's no difference. There's no, I mean, we have Christmas dinner, but to be honest, I could have Christmas dinner tomorrow, just a roast dinner.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any difference what day it is. So there's no pressure on like, oh, this day has to go well, or we might end up having an argument. I could end up having an argument tomorrow because the people I'm spending Christmas with is the people I spend every day with. Like I said, you just got to have agency, and you've just got to be prepared to be like, yeah, I'm not hanging out with that person.
And also remember that when families get together, like old identities and old roles get reignited, so and that, you know, the tip for looking at your fellow shoppers as just a bunch of kids, try and do that with your family as well, and realizing, gosh, everybody's really just operating from, remember, it's like 6-year-old us running the show for everybody. We build our model of the world in those first 7 years. And there's a great quote from Ram Dass, who a spiritual teacher. He said, "Oh, you think you're enlightened? Go spend 2 weeks with your family."
Yeah.
And it's so true.
Does that dynamic shift worry you, Scotty? If you think, even if you're like, oh, I want to go to that family event with my cousins, my uncles, my aunts, and, you know, and your parents and whatever. But the fact is that in your day-to-day life, you are a grown-up, you are in charge, you own your own house, you know, you are fully a grown-up. But when you go into that dynamic, does that shift of like, oh, no one's going to treat you like that. They're just going to treat you like as if you were a kid again. Infantilize you.
A little bit. Because a lot of my family was fractured and has come back together. And I was away for a lot of it. Now, it's 11 years I was absent from everybody's lives. And there's people that have got kids that are 6, 7, 8 years old that I'm meeting for the first time.
Oh.
So it's like I've been gone for a long time, so I can sort of set the tone with it. But also, in a way, a lot of people still have the mindset. I don't even know. I'm just probably projecting, but I feel like people don't see me as me. Mm-hmm. They see my mask. They see the person that I used to be. They see the things that I used to get up to, and the people I used to hang around with.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like because that's the only version that they know, that's the only version of me they talk to.
Oh,
and they go, oh, what are you doing about that now? I'm like, I haven't done that in 10 years. And I'm like, oh, well, I thought you really liked that. And I was like, and I thought you weren't going to ask me such a dumb fucking question at Christmas. But here we are. And that is the energy that I give. Because I am sarky and I am dry. That is my humor. It doesn't always land well with people that haven't spent a lot of time around me. They just think that I'm blunt and rude and offish, which I am sometimes, but not all the time. And there is this sort of thing where, like, I can see in so much of my family how much neurodivergent traits there are, like, across the board. I didn't pick this up on the playground. I was the one that had the most visible traits. And I was when the majority of my family learned that I were autistic, none of them went, "What, Simon? No." They all went, "Oh, okay, that's a label for whatever that was." And that's the sort of energy that I kind of feel. But a majority of my family really want to get to know me. The other majority are taking themselves away and doing their own thing, which, to be honest, I'm kind of grateful, if I'm being honest. But it's Caris's family and integrating with her family.
Yeah.
I have not earned the ability to give rebuttals sometimes, I think. It's like if one of her uncles is spouting off about politics and going, well, we all agree, don't we? I want to put my hand up and go, no, I really don't. And let me tell you my 10 points why. But because I haven't got those relationships with certain members of her family, I feel like I kind of have to just sit on my hands. Like, my justice sensitivity kicks in, and in the end, I don't want to turn to Caris, who's with her family, maybe she wants to spend a lot of time with, and after a few hours go, oh, your cousin second removed has pissed me off, can we go now? It's like, I feel like I want to almost be there for her, but if I don't want to be there, I feel like I'm in between a rock and a hard place with that one.
Yeah. And there's a really great phrase that I think can help with this, where you can feel like you're still staying in your authentic self, but also not causing a disruption, especially if it's a partner's family. And that is meeting people where they are. If we focus on that phrase, that is a way where you can be your authentic self, but meet people where they are, and you don't have to agree with everything that they are saying, but you can agree with understanding what they're trying to say, and leaving it at that of like, okay, I'm getting to know you right now, and so I'm understanding you. I'm taking in this information, and I'm not going to bring my stuff to the table because I'm a new person in this situation. This is, as you say, it takes a while to really build a foundational relationship with your partner's family. And even then it can be a slippery road to really, saying everything that you're feeling about a certain topic. But meeting people where they are is a great way to just, you can kind of, it's a much better way internally to say, I'm just not going to say anything right now because I'm just meeting people where they are.
That's really good advice.
That's great advice. I'll definitely. I already know who I'm going to use that with. So
I think we're all out of spoons for this one. It's actually been a really, really interesting episode. I really hope everyone's got something out of it. We haven't gone over our advice, like parental advice when you have kids and things like that. So what I would suggest to anyone listening is go back to last year's Christmas episode where we do deep dive into those things. And I believe it's a really good episode. It's really, really helpful to help parents prepare for Christmas with their neurodivergent children. So yeah, give that one a listen to as well.
Honestly, today has actually genuinely really helped relieve a little bit of my anxiety about Christmas. So if it's had that sort of effect for any of the listeners, I'm really pleased. You've given me some great tools there, Ashley, and sort of sharing your experience, Jordan. You remind me to unmask sometimes, and you're like, no, you don't. You don't have to do that. And that is also super helpful as well. So if you've listened and you've enjoyed it, please drop in the comments below. I'd love to hear any of your advice. If you are a long-term sufferer, neurodivergent of Christmas, if we're a bar humbug like I have been and can be, I want to hear how you sort of turned it around. So that would be very helpful. Get us in the comments. And as always, thank you so much, Ashley, for joining us. You are a legend, and keep listening to the Mindful Mondays series. It's been so great to see people listening to it, enjoying it, connecting with it. So long may that continue. It's been such a help for me, and I love listening to it. So
wonderful.
We will be back tomorrow with a hot topic. Ashley will be back with you in your feed on a Monday. And if you don't listen to us between now and then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Boy, what day is it today?
Tuesday.
Thanks for tuning in to the Neurodivergent Experience. We hope today's episode sparked something for you, whether it's a new idea, a bit of validation, or just a moment of connection. Remember, new episodes are every week, so be sure to join us for the next one for more conversations and insights into the neurodivergent experience. If you've enjoyed this podcast, help us grow. You can do that by rating and reviewing this show. Your support makes a huge difference in helping us reach more people who could benefit from these conversations. You can connect with us on social media. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Just search for the Neurodivergent Experience. Thank you again for listening. And until next time, take care of yourself. You're not alone in this journey.
Hey folks, it's Mark Marin from WTF. Today I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile, offering reliable nationwide coverage backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. Love your service or get your money back, no questions asked. Boost Mobile offers the coverage, network speed, and service you're used to, but at more affordable prices. Why pay more if you don't have to? You can get an unlimited plan for $25 a month that will never increase in price, ever. No price hikes, no multi-line requirements, no stress. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or find them online at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 per month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
For 25 years, Brightview Senior Living Associates have been committed to creating a vibrant culture and delivering exceptional services, making Brightview a great place to work and live. If you're looking for a rewarding opportunity to serve your local community and grow, we want you to join our team. Brightview Senior Living is growing and actively seeking vibrant associates to join our community teams, including directors, healthcare, activities, hospitality, and dining. Apply today at careers.brightviewseniorliving.com. Equal employment opportunities. Text BV Jobs to 97211 to apply.